What's going on YouTube? JT Jaborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Batman Urban Legends, issue number 17. Sorry, I'm a few days late on this thing. I mean, it just came out this week, but Urban Legends is a massive issue, so it takes some time to kind of go through it. But anyways, this is one of those Urban Legends issues that I think anybody can just kind of pick up. There's no need to kind of follow previous issues at all, because everything in this issue is just kind of a standalone story. So the first one is Batman and the Flash in Cold Shoulders, written by Ryan Candy and art by Gleb Melnikoff, who I do miss on the Robin book, sadly, but obviously he went to go do this and probably some other projects. But so there's that. The artwork's really good. Then we have Batman and Aquaman in The Sea Beyond, written by Joey Esposito, artist by Serge Akira. As you can see, the colors in that there too. Batman and Black Adam in Starcraft, written by Alex Paknadal. I'm probably pronouncing these names really wrong. M. Clay, artist. And then we have Batman, the Riddler, and Penguin and Catwoman in His Worst Nights, written by Dan Waters, with art by Riley Rossmo. So, yeah, like I said, we got 4 stories in here. The last one I feel like you can kind of do without. Maybe they can drop the book price by like $1, because it's very short, and by the end of it, just felt like I kind of wasted my time. But the other 3 stories, there's some good stuff in them. I really like the Batman and Flash storyline quite a bit. The Batman Aquaman one, there's some pros there. There's some nods to the Laughing Fish, and there's a few gripes in there. Batman and Black Adam is also really good, because you get to see kind of where their ideals like conflict with one another, and you can kind of see a change in Black Adam's character in that. So there's some good stuff in this issue. Like I said, art by Gleb. I definitely miss seeing his art style on Robin, but the art here is quite good. We have Mr. Freeze and Captain Cold teaming up, and then we have Batman and Barry Allen Flash teaming up to try and stop them. So we get to see how they all kind of conflict with one another. We get to showcase a lot of the intelligence of the Flash and Batman, and how they have to kind of work together to kind of stop Mr. Freeze, having 2 cold-based villains together. It's a very good issue. I'll say this about these issues here. It's not hindering on like current continuity. These are just kind of like stories that almost feel like they were kind of sitting on the shelf for a bit, then kind of like just taken and then just kind of put in here. So it's given a chance for writers to kind of just tell us standard story. So I really like the Batman and Flash one. I think that's my favorite of the bunch. Then I probably go with the Black Adam one, then the Aquaman one, and then we have kind of the one at the end, which just didn't really do much for me. But basically, Mr. Freeze works with Captain Cold to like steal some sort of isotope, obviously for his wife Nora. And then there's one moment right here where I did kind of get a little bit of a chuckle that felt like a little kind of nod to Batman versus Superman. When Barry is looking up Nora Freeze, he's like, Mrs. Freeze, Nora. Huh, that's weird. Nora, that was my mother's name. I feel like that's kind of a nod to that movie, but I don't know. So anyways, so that's an interesting connection right there. But anyways, so like I said, they eventually kind of work through, figure out the situation. Captain Cold kind of uses his strategy skills to kind of help them out kind of towards the end, and it basically ends with him going to one of them going to Arkham, one of them getting escorted somewhere else. And yeah, like I said, the artwork is really good. I think it's a storyline definitely worth checking out. Then we have the Aquaman storyline with Aquaman and Mira. Mira is really bitchy in this story. I will say that, like, right out the gate, she's just unreasonably angry. Like, Batman's like trying to talk, and like every so minute she's like, how dare you interrupt him? He is speaking. What is wrong with you? Blah, 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 blah. He's not finished. Quiet. I don't know what the deal is. Were they trying to mimic Amber Heard, Mira? I don't know. There's a little nod there. But yeah, so the Laughing Fish, like I enjoyed the reference there. Batman and them go underwater to the depths of wherever. They fight some sea monster in that. Batman ends up riding on some sort of like killer whale home. So like Batman and Free Willy are kind of working together at the end of it, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, Mira eventually kind of like changes her tune towards the end of it, but like they wrote her kind of a little bit angsty. The art here is also really quite good. I always like looking at the art for like Aquaman comics. I just think like playing with water and just the underwater elements. Batman, whose sub, mind you, was having trouble like maintaining like this pressure, is able to kind of go underwater as a little bat sub thing. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, like I said, artwork's quite good. You get nods to the Laughing Fish, which is a classic storyline. That actually, my connection with that story is, of course, Batman the Animated Series. One of my favorite episodes is the Laughing Fish. So there's that. Then we have Batman and Black Adam. So basically, Batman goes to Kahndaq. He confronts Black Adam. They do get into a fight, but Black Adam wants to make it fair, so he goes into kind of his mortal form. And they have an epic hand-to-hand combat fight, but even in his hand-to-hand, like his Shazam-powered form, Black Adam is still able to kind of take down Batman. But there is a conversation, like Batman tries to get him to change a little bit, and he does effectively like leave an impact on Black Adam. And they definitely have their different morals and ideals on certain situations, and Batman needs to clarifies to him that, hey, I'm able to kind of change because I have family, and like that's one of the differences between you and me. You don't really have that, but you get to see a more compassionate side of Black Adam, see how his character kind of changes a bit towards the end of the issue. He even lets somebody go with Batman. So I'll leave it kind of vague as that, because I do think it's worth checking out. And yeah, that's a pretty solid story. Then the last one, we have On His Worst Nights. Riddler escapes. Batman kind of goes to different places, never really figures it out. Like I said, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. You could have cut the Riddler storyline, because Urban Legends has this need to have like 4 stories in every single issue. I don't think you really needed the last one. You could have probably just omitted that one entirely, and you could have maybe like just kind of kept the 3 stories. I don't think the last one was really all that necessary. It doesn't really have much of a conclusion, just kind of just is like just there. So in terms of the stories, like I said, I like the Batman and Flash one quite a bit. The Black Adam one is also pretty good too. The Aquaman one is entertaining as well, like I said, with nods to the Laughing Fish and other things. But I do think this is a pretty good issue overall of Batman Urban Legends. And if you haven't picked up the title, if you just want something that just kind of just standalone stories, don't really like have major connections to continuity or build upon things, then I think this is worth checking out. But if you're somebody who's just trying to like see the narrative push forward in the DC universe in terms of other things, I think you're going to be kind of left disappointed. These just feel like just random standalone stories that were kind of thrown together in this little anthology comic book. So, but there's some good ones. There's some very good ones right here. And I like I said, I really like the Batman and Flash one quite a bit. Just seeing Captain Cold work off Mr. Freeze, seeing the intelligence of Barry Allen with his forensics background and Batman working together. I like that. Like I said, it's a really good team up between those 2 characters. The Aquaman one also has its moments for sure. Nero was a little bit bitchy. I'll be honest, like a little bit like too. I think I don't really see Mira in that particular fashion. I think they just made her a little bit too angry. Probably could have toned back on that just a little bit. But other than that, I still enjoyed the story. And of course, the Black Adam one is also quite good. You get to see Black Adam and Batman fight hand-to-hand combat, so that's always pretty cool. And then the last one, it just is kind of there. It's only 4 pages, and I don't think it was entirely all that necessary. But that's just me. What are your thoughts on this particular issue of Batman Urban Legends? Let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications. I think that's it in terms of comic book reviews on my end for this week. I got more stuff coming up probably later on today. I think I was going to go try and check out this new anime movie. So if you want to hear my thoughts on that, just check back later on tonight for that. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens next. So, anyways, that's all I got to say. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I always appreciate it. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.